Alright, so after that we move this here and then we go over to the Collaborate tab where we have the Coordination Settings option. When we select this, a menu opens up. Here you can select where the settings will be applied to, which is set on New Links as default, but I'll put it on the architectural file. And then I'll select the Plumbing Fixtures category. And then here I'll put this on Allow Batch Copy. After that, we can select the Specify Type Mapping option here. Now here under the type mapping, you can see the file and the type that are used in the project. We can either copy the original type or convert this to another family. Now this is an important point. When an architect is doing architecture furniture and uses the same MEP furniture, which means they'll be both using a same label that has connectors, we can put this on copy original type option, which speeds up the process vastly. So I'll save this and then go over to the coordination review, and then using the select link option, I'll click on the link. Excuse me, cancel that, go over to the copy monitor and then select link, and then I'll click on the architectural file. And then we have the coordination settings here as well, where you can see the original file located here as well. Now I can go over here and select the copy tool. Then I can go over here and click on this. And if all of the furniture is being done together, you can use the batch copy option, which copies all of the furniture to the architecture file all at once. Now, because this has a connection, we can use this option. And if we actually don't do this, we can't really use the connection otherwise. So then after that, we can hit finish. Now we have the furniture piece set on this exact point here. And if I actually open up the visibility graphics menu and open up the architectural option through the Revit links, I can go over to the basics tab and then here put this on custom, go over to the model categories and this one custom as well. And here you can toggle the visibility of the furniture of the architectural file. Now this doesn't have anything to do with the mechanic file and it will only affect the architecture file. So now you can see only the mechanical version. So now I can proceed over to the 3D view of this area. Here I'll hit a section box and rotate this in order to show you where this part actually looks like. Alright, open this up. Now here I can open up the visibility graphics menu once again and go over to the Revit links. Then go over to the architecture file and uncheck the plumbing fixtures for the 3D view as well. Apply and let's see. Let's go over to the Revit links once again, just so we can check the architectural box. And there we go. And you can see how this part turns out like. Now let's go over to the menu once again. And in the model categories tab, let's see, the floor is actually toggled on, so leave that be. And I think the reason we can't actually see it is because it's transparent. Alright, and now we get to draw this part out. I'll create a section here from the detail type and put it right over here on a line that goes through the map horizontally. Now I can go over to the Modify tab and select the Align tool and lock this with the center of our section. And then I'll increase the depth a bit, pull this over here and drag this off here. Then we can right click and select the Go to View option. Alright, now here we can select this and move this down here and open this up. Alright, now you can clearly see the structure that we have here. So now I can go over to the Systems tab and select the pipe tool and put the diameter on 63 millimeters. Alright, after that we can go into the plan itself and start from this point right here and go down here. Then stop here and then using a 45-degree angle towards the down direction, draw this here and then get rid of the pipe. Alright, then select the pipe fitting and then mirror it opposite to this point. Then I'll select and drag it over here and connect these two up. Alright, then I'll select the pipe system and move it down here in our floor. Alright, let's move it backwards a bit, and then down a bit, and then backwards once again. Alright, now we can continue the piping system and drawing a pipe over here and connecting it to the system. There we go. Then I can select this new pipe once again and right click on it, draw pipe, and then using a 45-degree angle, I'll draw this here and then delete the pipe. Select the fitting, it's 45. So using the mirror tool, I'll paste it here. Then select the new fitting and connect it to the original one. Alright, so once again, select the pipe tool and draw a pipe here, which continues our system vertically towards the down direction, and then using a 45, we draw this here and then connect it to the system. Alright, select the last pipe bit and get rid of it, and then we can select the pipe fitting. Then I'll disconnect them once again and then connect them just so we can be sure. Alright, now we just need to connect this up to this point here. First, I'll go back to 3D. Then I can uncheck the architecture file momentarily for now. Alright, then we can go over to the detail 13. Select the pipe that we have up here and using a new pipe, the three-way fitting. Now this needs to be in an elevation point of 40 centimeters. So lock it on that. Now we can go over to the sink that we have up here. Right click on it. Let's see. Alright, leave this for now. Let's go up here under the systems tab where we have the flex duct. Now this only works in the plan or the 3D view. That's why it's deactivated now. But we can go over to the sink itself where we can right click on it and select the draw flex pipe option in the 3D view. Put the diameter on 46 and connect it to the system. Now we can edit this in the cut files that we can create. Hit cancel on this. So then I'll select the flex pipe and using drag, I'll change its angle. Just so we can get a shape like this, a bit more straight. There we go. Now let's go over to the 3D view where we can check this out. So then after this, we go to the structure underneath the floor. So this system needs to link up with this one, but it can't really connect directly to it because we don't have any place for fittings to place here in the middle. So what I can do is select the two fittings that we have here and then go over to the plan. Alright, so before we rotate this, let's take a look at this and get a measurement of this pipe here to see if we can decrease it or not. Alright, so we have the pipe here in the middle where I can put on, for example, 40 centimeters. Alright, Ctrl Z, select the pipe that we have up here in the middle and disconnect it from the system. Alright, now let's try this once again. Select the pipe that we have here on the right and put it on 0.4. Select and delete the pipe here and put this one on 0.4. Alright, now let's create a reference plane right here that goes through the system horizontally. Now I'll select the fitting that we have up top and using the move tool, I'll put it on this point. Alright, now let's see which one of the elements this is causing problems for. Alright, so let's try this once again. We select and move to this here, and there we go. Now from the systems tab, we'll select the pipe tool and draw one piece here in the gap in the middle. Then we can select and connect this to either side. Now this creates us more space over here on the right, which we can work with. Now select the two fittings and go back to the plan. Now our space to work with here has improved dramatically. Now I'll select the three-way fitting, and using the create similar option, I'll copy and paste it here. Now using the cycle icon that we have up top, we can change the direction of this and rotate it around as such. Now we need to connect the fitting to the sink. First, I can select and delete the pipe that we have in the middle. Then I'll connect the fitting to the one that we have below it. Now let's get a quick check here using the Analyze tab and the Show Disconnects option menu to see. Alright, check this, so it won't be disconnected. Now it's fine. Alright, let's go back and uncheck the pipe. Now in order to connect the fitting to the sink, first we can go over to the cut file and select the two fittings here and rotate them in the plan just like this so that it lines up with the fitting on the left. So for here, put in 45. Then we go over here and select the align tool and lock the center of this with here. Or I can hit Ctrl Z to reverse this and do something else instead. First, we can select the fitting here. Alright, this one. Then let's go over to the plan, create similar, and select and place a new fitting here that connects to the three-way over here. Alright, then select it and put a diameter on 63. So let's go over here and select this, then rotate it. The angle is okay, 45. So we're actually lacking in the space that we have here. So let's select this and move it a bit closer. I'll select the pipe that we have up top so we can move the system to the left. Alright, there we go. So the error is actually about this area here where it causes these two to connect. So for now, I'll delete this. Then I'll select the measure tool, and from this point up here, we go to here. I think it's fine for now, so let's go over to 3D. Alright, so first we need to get rid of this issue here